Step 515. Our first order of business is the additions, deletions from the agenda, approval of agenda, conflicts, potential conflicts of interest or announcements. Do we have any of those?
Yes.
Okay.
The board needs to make a motion to appoint Sandy as the chair.
Oh. Do we have a motion to appoint me as chair?
Sure. I make a motion to appoint Sandy as chair.
Thank you, Mark. Second.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, motion's approved. Okay. Do we have any public comments at this time? You first. That's you. You're the only one on the list, I think.
Right, come on.
Yeah, you can stand up. That's good. Yeah.
I'm Kathy Clay. I'm a member of the Prineville Evening Quote Guild, and we meet in the evening. And I just wanted to comment about some of the meeting restrictions that we heard about. And just wanted to, we've been pretty good patrons, been responsible for equipment. And just wanted to ask for you to consider. Today I was at the Bowman Museum and I filled out a form signing my life away to use the museum. And part of that is a 3-page community policy. And one of those items is making the people responsible if there is damage to property. If the staff has to come in and clean up after the group, there's a $50 cleaning deposit or $50 fee. It's not a deposit. And I just wondered if you had considered that as an option rather than just eliminating all public meetings outside of office hours or outside of the operating hours. We're in the evening, so we meet here from 6 to about 7:30. It's just for a regular business meeting. So we're pretty low key in our use of the building. So I just wanted to ask that you take that into consideration.
Thank you.
Do we have anybody on Zoom that would like to make public comment?
Nobody on.
Nobody on Zoom. Okay, all right, covered that. Hello, Natalie. And okay, back to we're right. All right. Do we have any additions and corrections to the minutes of the November 13th, 2025 regular meeting? None. Okay, do we have a motion to approve? Move to approve the minutes as written. Okay, do we have a second? Okay. Okay, moving on to our reports.
All right. Okay. So we had all of our carpets shampooed on January 17th throughout the whole library. So they're all nice and clean again. They look really nice. That was the first time they'd been done since the new carpet came in. So it looks really nice. Staff survived the holidays and we are now planning for the summer reading program. And it is a big job. Sure. Yes. So we have to start planning actually in December and January to book these performers for the summer. So planning is underway. The road department came and got the bookmobile up and running for us, and now they are storing it in their lot up in the yard at the road department for the winter. Nothing new on the strategic planning update, and other budget planning has begun for this next fiscal year. So we're in the middle of that right now. That's all.
We have a friend's report.
Yep, the minutes for their last meeting is in here for the December meeting. Yeah. They're getting a new shed put out in the parking lot tomorrow. It's going to be a bigger shed. What they have right now is just the 2 small ones. We have one, and then they have 2 small ones. And then they also have a storage unit out Madras Highway where they're having to haul the books back and forth. A big chore. So they decided to buy a shed, and we got it approved to put it at the end here. And so they're going to be getting rid of their storage shed and putting all the books there so they can just walk across the street. So that'll be a lot nicer for them. Yeah.
Okay, how about the financials, specific review?
Any questions about the financials?
That's good. Guys do okay? Good.
We are. Yeah, we're hanging in there.
Hanging in there, okay, kind of.
I actually think we're doing a great job. Yeah.
Not the kitty with the claws, hang up there.
No, I think we've come over the wall.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I just the finances, and I'm gonna forget the name and categories of everything.
Okay.
We switched our online option, like the
Overdrive,
consortium.
Libby.
Libby and all those, and there was the discussion, well, there was the cost savings, and then there was discussion about money set aside for if there was a commonly requested title.
Mhm.
So we could add it to
Yep.
our whatever. How's
Yep.
that going? How much have we spent on that? Is there still money set aside for that?
There is still money in the budget for that. Yeah. People do request some stuff. And then we also try to purchase some new releases.
To remind process, I mean, it seems like everything you request on Libby, it's like you'll have it 3 months and then you forget about it. You have to like just go on with your life and you develop this pattern of, I'll listen to that, and Libby tells me I can listen to that. When there's some, it's not automatically triggered, someone has to come in here and say, hey, I've been waiting a while, or what's the process for?
Yeah, I mean, if there's a long waiting list and you see that it's something that you want, you just fill out a purchase suggestion like you would for a book or a movie. And we also have Hoopla. Do you use Hoopla?
So we have services, I know it's like magazines and stuff, but.
No, it has audiobooks and books as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus more size.
So with Hoopla, it's an immediate download. You don't have to wait on hold. And that is 4 titles a month you get with that. Yeah. So if it's not on Libby, check Hoopla because a lot of times it's on Hoopla.
What's the ongoing like opportunity to educate the community on these things? How would someone know?
Well, we have flyers out and then we also have it in our monthly brochure and our.
Just by coming in and talking to somebody?
Yeah, or going online. We have a purchase suggestion link on our website that you can go online and digitally request it as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any changes that we need to anticipate down the road, and, you know, the amount of money that's available from the library on a regular basis?
No, we're staying about the same as we were this year. Yep.
That are sailing.
Yep. Yep. It all looks good. Yeah. None.
Business, board vacancy.
Yes. So we recently have a vacant spot on our board. So what is going to happen is an ad is going to run in the paper starting on February 17th. It's going to run for 4 consecutive weeks. And in that time, members of the community can apply. There's applications online on the county's website, and you can also go down to the admin office and pick up a hard copy if you want. And then those applications are going to get turned in, and we're going to go over them, and then the board will decide who we'd like to nominate for the next chairperson. And then we present that to the Board of Commissioners for approval.
Now you said chairperson, did you mean board person?
Board person, sorry. Yes, board member. Yeah, board member. Yes.
So we anticipate reviewing those at the April board?
Yeah, so it'll run for 30 days. So we should, be able to go through those in the April board meeting. Yeah.
In a public meeting?
Yeah, I think I will have to double check, but we might be able to, I actually don't know.
Yeah, I think that's.
It was closed executive session.
committee, the public board appointments are not subject like hiring an employee for executive sessions.
Oh,
These will have to be done.
publicly?
That's the exception.
I heard about that as well,
Yeah.
maybe from your report.
Yeah.
Okay,
This has been actually we found it was a common practice among a lot of subcommittees or boards within the county, and that was something that county really, that's why there's been that overhaul for your guys' public meeting stuff,
yeah,
which should have
Okay.
some great guidance.
yeah, okay. All right. I will double check. Yep, for sure. Yep.
You, so that county commissioner approval, is that just a rubber stamp or?
Yeah,
Let's-
you guys make the
Yeah.
recommendation and then basically they approve it
Okay.
unless they have strong feelings otherwise, but yeah. They've never not chosen somebody the board has.
It required Zoom interviews 1 year ago. That's what I got to do.
Over my ear. Is there also a number, I mean, are we talking also about the chair, vice chair?
She bumped in and we voted on that right as you were walking in.
Hey,
She was vice, so she moved up.
Okay.
I moved the end of the.
And who's vice? We don't know yet.
There's no one right now.
We haven't got there.
are we there now?
That actually wasn't on the agenda.
Yeah, I was gonna recommend it as an addition to the agenda.
Okay,
And then-
okay. Um. Oh, well, that was at the top. Well, I guess we can do that now.
No.
If that works for me.
Yeah.
What was the discussion on this?
But because she was vice chair. To bump up to chair. Then we agree with the term.
The county actually didn't say anything about a vice chair. I was just notified about the chair. So I don't know if someone makes a motion that Sandy would bump up being the vice chair.
Yeah, recommendation.
Yes, which she would become the chair, but then nothing about the vice chair. So,
Well, nominations, I nominate you to be vice chair. Do you accept the nomination?
Right.
Sure.
Sure.
Mark and Cindy, second and third.
No other nomination? We're a small crew.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All in favor of Tia being our vice chair, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay.
Look at him.
Well, I'm just.
I know you are.
Absorbing things. Okay, so, our meeting room policy update, Kim, please.
Yes. So we are planning on implementing this new policy to our meeting rooms starting May 1st. To only allow meetings, public meetings, while the library is open. No more after hours meetings. And that is due to the fact that we are finding people drinking alcohol, people not locking up the building, not returning the keys. And we actually had someone stay the night and then never return the key. So that key is still out there. The room is being hard, like the wear and tear on this room is just, we don't know how to fit that in the budget to maintain this room. People call and they ask to rent the party room because they think of this as the party room. This is not the party room. And it kind of is taking away from our core services that we provide to the community. So we've got to do something. Staff is being harassed. And it's been a lot of work for us to keep up this room. We've had to get rid of tables. We don't know how we're going to get new tables. And so we can better maintain the room if we're here when they're using the room.
I have lots of questions.
Mhm.
You know, my work, whenever we have issues like this, I think it's really important to name the problems because there's more than one.
Mhm.
You identify the physical key being a problem. I have so many solutions to that. I feel like no matter what you do, having, as you stated, I must be just referring to the news article I read, but I saw quotes from you.
Mhm.
This was in the news
Today, just today.
was it posted? Like, how did people even know?
Justin was there at the court session yesterday.
But having a physical key like in 2026 is like crazy, like you're handing someone a key,
Mhm.
so that's a problem.
We don't have the money in the budget to get the key cards.
Yeah, people, you know, tearing up and misusing the equipment is a separate problem. And then people abusing things after hours or because it's after hours or there's no staff is another problem. What solutions have been considered? I hear you say like key cards have been considered for the key card. What other solutions have been considered for the three? And I don't know if there's more than three problems, but there's at least three identified problems.
There's no way for us to monitor if we're not here. People drinking alcohol, people running around in the lobby, people abusing the parking lot, being loud. We don't even have a way to know if they are actually leaving at the time they're supposed to be leaving because we're not on the premises.
I mean, what solutions have we come up with? Like what possible options? I mean, I went around and asked people that I worked with today who have used this room and rented this room. What are the solutions do you have? I know one of our members here today is like, the museum does this. Is that a solution?
We have that in our policy, and that has not stopped or deterred people from this happening. So we're at a point now that this is what we need to do.
So I guess I'm hearing you say, a decision today, you know, whether these solutions are being considered.
Well, we've put all of this in place. The time that the staff is taking, if you guys want to,
Almost every phone call that comes in regards the meeting rooms. We are at the, you know, we've got a little minimum staff going and we're doing amazing work. But it really, I can't tell you, when I was on counter from 4 to 5 tonight, the only thing I did was meeting room stuff. I had person after person, I had 3 people. And some of it takes a lot of time because for every event, even if it's, you know, our quilters that maybe have a repetitive, you know, you have to have a contract for each thing. It is amazing how much time, I'm speaking, I guess, for I'm gonna speak for all of us, that I think you would be amazed if you were here for a week and saw how much time was spent on the phone or at the counter, and then what Amber does on top of that, because she's in charge and has run this amazingly. We've tried different things through the years. I've been here 15 years. We've tried charging, and then you have to go through the headache of, oh, I can't make it, so, you know, reimbursement. So there's a lot of things we have done through the years. And I've seen a lot of changes and a lot of things. I am so excited for this change. It's the wear and tear. Just our $7,000 blinds have been abused already. It's everything. People don't treat things maybe the way you and I do, as you know that. And we have tried several things throughout the years. Things are in the contract. We've charged people, they just don't pay, they won't come back. So I just want everyone to know we've tried. I know we've tried for years and years. And although this is a spectacular opportunity for folks to use, but it isn't a party room.
it's not a party room.
No matter what rules you put in place, you know, people don't follow rules. They don't read signage. They're gonna do what they want.
And it only takes one bad egg to ruin it for everybody.
Just parties? Cause I use this room a lot for example, we have a suicide prevention program coming into the space
Mhm.
after hours from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that's a partnership between Peak Bike Prineville and the Crook County Health Department.
Mhm.
That's a really important service to provide
Sure.
members of the community.
And we
about
understand that.
space.
You know, we understand that. And I do feel for the people who didn't abuse the room. But
Right,
it's
but
the,
the question is, have we tried to eliminate parties?
no,
It's not a party room, it's only for public meetings. Nonprofit, I don't, maybe there's a few things to limit.
again, that doesn't help when we're not here on site. We don't, you know, your groups would be great, honestly, but there's these other groups that aren't. And it just comes back to us not being on the premises and checking the rooms to see who's doing the damage when we're not coming in after them. There's so many parties or meetings on the weekends that, and we're not here. So we don't know who left the room filthy. We had cake on the tables put away just yesterday and we charged the person, but we're never going to get that money. They're just never going to come back.
For maybe some other issues within the county, people in management, these community spaces,
Like take over the library meeting room.
take over management, yeah, like the phone call, the scheduling, the liability, the equipment.
I don't know that, but we don't have that in our budget to have another person on staff to do that.
The county. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, it is a space needed in the county 100.
well, and I agree. There,
Like, what's the problem? Like, the fourth problem at least is time it takes. There are so many potential solutions and some of them involve money, some of them involve humans, some of them don't. But it sounds like instead of exploring them or reaching out, like, I don't know, are you here to ask us for advice? Are we here to advise on this? Or are you here to just give us the update?
well, I've already went to the Board of Commissioners and they support this decision.
The news
I've-
article reads that the commissioners are gonna lean on the library board of trustees to make a decision. That's what I read. And so I came here, I got feedback from the community, I said, I need to know, because I gotta be able to help support and make a decision that's in the best interest of the community.
How do we prevent people when we are not on the premises abusing the space?
I give you several answers to, potential options. Some of them involve money, some of them will have, but there are lots of solutions.
Okay, what? You could let me know.
Okay, so for the first one, like calling and scheduling, like I said, is there a way to in any way outsource that? I don't know how much the county really collaborates with Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec is one of the other entities that has community building rentals. They still do.
So does the museum.
Side.
Museum does.
So, that could be outsourced.
Clover Building.
For e-access for that problem, obviously there are lots of different alternatives. There are a bunch of different re-entries, and I feel like every Airbnb in the world has solved this problem. But I think the one that makes most sense for this type of space is a code that changes with the rental. You have your rental, your code's active for.
We wholeheartedly agree with that,
Then it's locked out.
but that's thousands of dollars that we don't have.
Sure, and it doesn't necessarily have to come out of the library budget when we're looking at preserving something that the community otherwise is lacking. In fact, I think it would be pretty easy to do a campaign to raise $10,000, which is probably the installation and continuation costs of that plus the security system. For security and monitoring, there are so many things from volunteer representatives to trained paid representatives to outsource security. So there are lots of companies that do security videos with live security feeds. We use something like this at the hospital, both for admissions and for after hours management. We outsource a lot of it so that someone doesn't have to, we're a small town, so that someone doesn't have to physically be there 24/7. What was the last concern? The cleanup and liability. Again, I would lean on outsourcing that more to the county because the space, it's not the library's rental rate, it's the communities.
Well, actually, we aren't required to provide a meeting room space for the community. Well, I agree, but there are other ones out there. And we have all those options for people. And I agree. I don't like the idea of denying the groups that are good, respectful people, but it's those other ones who happen to maybe come and attend the meeting. I mean, we have all these policies in place, yet they're just not being followed.
And then there's always
the financial part of it is
Yeah.
huge right now because the, budget crunch, of course, always. But
I think
it's-
that's the biggest problem.
Money
I
is a
think,
huge
I think you have a lot of excellent solutions. And if we had the money to do that, I think we can all agree we would 100% implement like 99% of what you said. Honestly, they're excellent ideas. And we've discussed it as a staff so many times. I really don't want this to come across like this was our first idea and we were like, yep, let's do that. We have discussed this so many times as a staff and tried to work with peanuts for a budget and make it as equitable as possible for everyone, for important meetings that people have that are needed for the community, all the way down to somebody's first birthday party. We think all of those things are important. Like, yes, this isn't a party room, but it's also kind of beautiful to see these kids grow up and have their birthday parties here, and people who don't abuse the room and are respectful and kind and clean up after themselves. We love that. We don't want to take that away from the community, but we don't have any money.
But the community does have money, and people who use this space and want to support this space have money. Have you not, have you asked, like, did you go back to commissioners and say, to continue providing this space, we need X, Y, Z?
Well, we did talk about in our November meeting, charging people to use the room.
Yeah, but even, we're all there for that conversation. We talked about the pros and cons.
Mhm.
As you said, even those dollars, first of all, if it's enough to actually cover things like a table, price out the people who we're trying to serve. I think, again, counting on our community to provide this for people. I don't know if the interest and support's there. I know some interest and support's there. I know enough that this is in the news and people came here to advocate for it. How many, if you put it out there, would people respond, or would the community say, we don't care, it's not worth it? You're not really asking for that much money to put in electronic keypad entry.
Okay, so we get that, and then what? How do we do the after hours? We need to raise more money then to keep people on staff than to monitor that.
Corporate security, Ring, and look what Amazon's done with Ring cameras, monitoring everybody in the whole world.
Okay.
It's pretty easy to put a camera like that here and have it 24/7 monitored.
Yeah.
AT is a system that does it.
And I do understand that.
Yeah.
We did get security cameras put in, but we are not on site. And then to go after these people after the fact, they just don't pay and they'll never come back.
Could you get a credit card? And that's what they do with rental cars.
You go around in circles too. If these people aren't willing to follow all of these rules here, which, it's great. You need to get the money up front so that if they walk out on it, it hurts them, maybe $200 or so. Find out how much it would cost a cleaning crew to come in here and clean up the usual mess.
We're the cleaners.
You guys don't, that's not your job.
But it is our job.
No, it's your job to make sure that it happens. Hire a cleaning crew, somebody's there, clean this place up, charge these people, okay, here's $200 for the cleaning crew.
You treat it
Yeah,
like
they-
Airbnb does all of that. They get
Pardon?
credit- Airbnb, you get the credit card.
We're not an Airbnb.
But it's, individuals figure this out every day.
It excellent ideas. It's just, we are a core community. We are a core library, and we honestly have tried, I've gotten calls on the weekend. I came down here on the weekends before, I think the kids come down. And why should, it's like I work really hard, 40 hours a week. I would put more in if the county would pay me, but they don't. So I only have to stop at 40. But my time, no matter what kind of I'm very much a people person, but I also, when we're off the clock, we're off the clock. And it always is that the unfortunate part is we have so many great ideas, is it'll always come down to funding in this community. We see the poorest of the poor people here. That's who we are aiming to help. And we're doing the best we can, but we're given peanuts to work with too.
And if we start charging, it hinders equal access. And
Tried so much. It's not like it's just like we don't care, we're sick of this. Well, I got married in this room. I love this library. I know what it means, and I know if we cut out all parties, it's like where do you begin then? Do you start just buck it out. It's like, sorry, we're gonna let everybody, have their meetings, but we're not doing parties now.
Other meeting space that we use as a P5 chapter, requires insurance, verification of our 501(c)(3) status. I think there's a lot of things you can do to limit it to, so that it's available for community events and, some community groups and avoid parties.
But again, you have the community events and you have the people coming in.
But those are the people who already are not causing damage.
We don't know that.
Well, I'm not sure that you know that either.
No, it's,
We're going round and round about. I know that I've been in this space for numerous community meetings from lots of different community groups. And I've never seen anyone drinking alcohol damaging space. I've always helped pull out tables and put them away, even when it's a library event. Putting chairs away and making sure everything's clean before I leave. And I think there's a lot of people that follow the guidelines.
There are a lot of people that follow the guidelines. Yes.
it's
I mean,
no idea.
we really appreciate that. But it's come down to there's more people that aren't doing it. And we are tired.
It's gotten so much.
We can't even do our regular jobs. All we're doing is this meeting room, this
It's not-
party room.
I dread my backup time because for one thing, I don't like the telephone and it rings continually. And it's meeting room. I reserve a book, there might be, but I feel like 95% of the phone calls I'm doing now are in regards to paperwork and the groups. And I know it's a frustrating thing and I realize we're going in circles. I want to reiterate that we care when we all have taken personal stakes in this library. We've been here a long time and we love it here and we know we do a good job. It has just finally come to that. We gotta cut our staff a break somewhere too. And I don't think, I really feel we go above and beyond, but there's just certain things that we're gonna have to just maybe it's something that gets visited later on. But for right now, it's not working and it's a lot.
Well,
And
I
we-
still strongly advocate for explaining it that way to the county and saying, if we can't get help, if we can't get someone else to take this over, then we can't continue to do it. Have a clear boundary on what you can and can't do. Don't keep stretching your staff.
This is our boundary.
You guys continue to do it, but taking away something from the community, I guess I want to go back to my first questions. Are you telling us or are you asking for input? Like what happens next?
We plan on implementing it on May 1st.
Sorry, I have to excuse myself.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Well, I mean, I think you can consider the board notified. But it doesn't sound.
Do you want to
like-
look over the policy? The changes that we're making?
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like it, is what I thought I was reading in the previous news article of, within the fund board. So I think just making it clear that.
And all of this is going to be reported to the commissioners and we forward everything and. Tim has really gone to bat and has been really trying for this, but this is one of those areas where. We need to have some ground rules.
Would the board like to vote on it tonight? Approving the new meeting room policy.
So you do want us to approve this policy as it stands?
If you're willing to, yes.
I mean, I would be a no vote today. I would love to talk more about the county about opportunities to improvements for you guys.
So can we move it to the next meeting for discussion? Do we have a motion to do that?
I mean, we're an advisory board, we don't really make decisions, we just gather advice and then decisions are supposed to be made with that input. So I don't know what our vote is really needed for. Or what will change between now and next Monday.
I thought you wanted to gather more information or read the policy. Is that what I heard you say?
No, I would like to influence the county to figure out how to preserve the meeting space.
Well, we could still approve this policy. You could go ahead and do that. Reach out to, I mean, I don't know, just you, or did you get a team together?
I mean, I would push on our library, we're advising you guys. So, we're not advising the county. Right, so we've done that. Or trying to do that.
It's appreciated. I mean, and we hear everything you're saying, honestly, we really do. So I wish I could, you know, if I should give more examples, but.
Well, I'm just wondering, I'm sitting here trying to listen to everybody, and so like my friend, that she has a board meeting from 6 to 7:30 in the evening. Would it be possible to move that board meeting into library hours time?
Absolutely.
So
We're not prohibiting the meeting use
Well,
during the
but I
day.
mean, for them, if I'm kind of asking if they would be able to. And then like with Kia's group, that I agree is very important. Would it be possible to move that one into, I mean, to me, it just seems like a fix if the groups can move. I don't know if they can move or not.
Yeah, I mean, you exclude people who work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I hear what you're saying.
And I do agree that the county needs a meeting space. I just don't think that us right now can provide that meeting space, that it's not up to just us to provide that meeting space for the entire county.
Well, it's really not meant for the amount of use it's been getting either. I don't think it was ever envisioned that it would be, literally, it's booked.
It was for county and government meetings.
So, and then they opened it up to that. So the wear, the building is taking a lot of wear and tear because of it. It's not just the room, it's the ground. If you knew some of the stuff we found out there, you would be disgusted. So it's not just, and I'm not saying it's all coming from the meetings, of course, but how do we know some of it isn't though? So it's, there's more than just this room. It ties out to out there as well, and what some people feel is appropriate. And so it's,
You guys can't let these people keep running over you. It's just gonna keep going on and on and on until you put your foot down. Meadow Lakes Golf Course has got a great meeting room in there, and just tell them, hey, take a hard right, go over there. Because people here are abusing that room, they have no, and that's absurd. That's, and you guys are putting up with it. Sorry, that just doesn't fly with me at all. You don't tell them, take a hard right, fly over there, and you might want to put something in the newspaper that says, our party room is no longer in use, available for use, because blah, 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 blah. You know, people have been doing this, that, and everything else. Sorry, but, you know, you're not paid to sweep these floors, clean all this crap off of here, clean up the parking lot or whatever the heck else goes on.
Unplug the
Let
toilets.
these people do it. All right.
Yeah, I have another thought. Okay, so we have our cultures group, they're important. Suicide group is important. Do we have any more of those groups that meet after hours?
There's lots of 4-H groups,
There's 4-H groups and
LCA.
LCA meets after hours.
Mhm.
And there's the occasional board meeting for smaller like organizations.
Mhm.
Yes, like neighborhoods and such get to it. So sometimes it's like
Oh, that's right. 3 hours is met down in.
You guys also have a lot of special districts too now that they're actually holding public meetings.
That can
I'm
get
aware 'cause
kind
I'm-
of,
I'm here at least twice a week, it
Mhm.
seems, for public meetings. After hours, and those are local government, but. I don't think I've ever seen anything crazy.
Yeah.
Except being yelled at.
Yeah.
Did I say something?
Yeah.
This is county, right? So put it on their backs. Tell them when the meetings are gonna be held, you know, half hours and so forth. It only takes one cop out here to stop stuff like that.
Well, we have had police.
Yeah,
Down
well,
here.
then put it on their backs. Say, this is what we're gonna do because it's not being covered. Let them make the decision. You don't cover it, we shut it down.
Yeah. I mean, that still leaves us to clean up and
No, you wouldn't have to clean up till you shut it down. Don't have the parties anymore. Do like you're gonna do, shut it down until business, anything after that. Sheriff or the police have to cover it. Inside and out.
yeah.
And it would only take one cop walking in and out around here that would stop all that.
We try to get them to do drive-bys because we get questionable people in here every day. And that's really hard to even get them to
I've
do
had meetings in
drive-bys.
here and I've had people ask for cops to come in.
Yeah.
Couple questions we've had from readers, has the library considered different classifications between, say, public bodies, private nonprofit versus also private individuals as well? As far as the process and availability, meeting space, or what hours maybe are accessible based on the type of organization or private individuals?
Yeah, I mean, we figure if we do it for one, we have to do it for all. It gets too complicated after that. And we're already doing so much. We've put up with so much.
Has the
I
Crook County
just can't
Library-
stress this enough.
When there's been these issues, have they blocked any particular organizations or individuals from being able to rent again in the future?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
How many individuals or organizations are currently on a blacklist with the Crook County Library?
2. But again, they could have another person from their meeting just say, I need to book the room for a meeting. And they don't say what group they're with.
Why doesn't the library require information about the group and verify the group, whether it be through determining if they're a government entity or if they're a registered entity with the Oregon Secretary of State?
Well, we do ask for verification.
Well, you said you asked. I'm asking if does Crook County Library go and say if someone says we have a nonprofit organization, do you?
Yes,
do
we
you-
ask them
do
to
you-
provide.
But do you independently go on, there's a public database with
Yes.
the Secretary of State, you verify that their nonprofit
Yes.
actually?
Amber does,
Okay.
yes.
I think that was all the questions I had. So we
Okay.
can end this, so you guys think.
Okay.
Would the Friends of the Library be willing to volunteer during some of those after hours times as a monitor?
I do not want to put that on the Friends of the
I
Library.
mean, would they be willing to? Is that a group of volunteers?
I just don't think that's safe. I think that's a liability and I don't want to do that.
There's another question in there.
Oh, yes.
I feel like part of the issue is going from 100% to 0 right away. I mean, I totally get where you're coming from. I mean, I'm a librarian, I totally get it. So instead of just cutting it off at 0, have you considered doing a trial of saying, okay, for May, we're gonna do it, we're just gonna offer it every Monday, that's it. When it fills up, and maybe a staff member works a flex schedule for a month, just to test it. And at that point, also ask questions like, have you looked into doing, going meeting other places, or is the fee high, or I'm sorry, you wanna meet after hours, so in order to cover staff, we have to charge you an extra $100, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, if you want. I guess I'm saying, is there a test period?
Well, we're not going to 0. We're still allowing them while we're open to use the meeting room. And they
I'm
can,
saying it's the after hour,
yes, it's the after hours. And again, it would require more staffing to monitor all of that. And we just don't have, we are short-staffed right now. We lost all our management. We are just, we're tired. But I hear what you're saying. I really do. And maybe this can be just a temporary thing till we get back on our feet. And talk to the county and see what they're willing, if they're willing to do something.
Hey, this isn't this isn't coming from the library staff, actually, this is coming from the commissioners. They're the commissioners are who are the ones really wanting this, because they've been displeased when they've driven by at night at 11 o'clock and there's still people here. So there's just, and that's when one of the commissioners saw that's when things come.
But weren't the commissioners just advised yesterday for the first time on this matter? And I think that yesterday, weren't the commissioners told there's a draft policy in the works? It
Mhm.
sounds like that policy is now completed.
It's not complete. It's still a draft.
Well, that's what I mean is the draft complete, because obviously it's not a policy until adopted by the Board of Commissioners.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. for
Yeah.
clarification.
Yeah.
'Cause
We did not have the draft prepared yesterday when I was at court. Yeah.
Because it wasn't in the commissioner's packet.
Right.
Which is why
Yeah.
I was trying to get a copy and ask manager if I'm back, I didn't hear back, but we need
Yeah.
to be able to get a copy of that policy.
Yeah, as soon as it's approved.
Well, no, I mean the draft.
Okay.
So just because it would be a public document subject to
Sure.
public record, so be right. And but once the Board of Trustees provided with this policy, it would.
Yes.
Here?
Yes.
With the minutes after.
I emailed them
Okay.
as well, the packet. Yes,
Checking, okay, this one.
yesterday. Mhm.
So we would be voting on the draft, not the policy, correct?
Right.
Sure, I'm getting pretty much that.
Mhm.
So if we voted for this, it can still be changed. Added or subtracted from, do I understand that correctly? The draft.
Once the draft is approved, then I take it to the commissioners for final approval.
Okay, okay, I got it.
And what would you like to see happen on this policy?
This is what I'd like to see happen. No after hours meetings.
So they have to do it until closing time?
Yep. A half hour before close. That way we make sure that everybody's out of the building, the room's put back together, and it's safe to lock up.
What if they leave a mess? What are you gonna do?
We charge them, just like we do now.
I'm just gonna go.
Yep.
Really doing it.
Yep. Yeah. We go round and round.
And I don't think any of this is unusual for
No, all the other libraries, they don't allow after hours meeting room use. I did research on a lot of libraries in Oregon.
I guess I have to admit, I wondered from the get-go why anything was done after hours down here. But I didn't think anything.
And change is hard and it's not fun. Yeah,
small communities, I think that's hurt. It's just, we're growing beyond being a small community too. Franco's growing so much. Which is a good thing.
So could you push the commissioners and will a little bit on giving us some more money for staffing? I mean,
there is no more money right now.
no money.
Not right now. Not for this next fiscal year.
If they got cleaning crews that go from building to building to building,
Yep,
right here, have a stop right here,
they do. They come once a week.
to do the insides and everything.
Yeah,
Is the job that they do acceptable?
no.
Well, hey, Mr. Commissioner, you need to get Joe cleanup guy in here and do it,
Yeah, that's a whole other issue.
okay? Miss almost direct manager. Add that to your list.
Yep. Yes, it's on the list, believe me.
How far down the list is it?
It's actually number 2.
Oh, good,
Right after the meeting rooms.
good for you.
I mean, I don't think as an advisory board, we need to vote on anything, but I definitely, we'll talk to Will and see what our options are.
And not vote.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be a yes vote, which means we can't get a majority of the board, but. I want to support you guys too, but also you guys can push forward whatever you want, you don't have to have our approval.
But you're asking for it.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that.
I mean, we think, we work really hard and we do want you guys to be proud of us and for approval. And if, I mean.
And I want to
no matter what
support the
we're-
community, but I also want support for our staff.
I'm with her.
Well. Whatever you do.
I'm happy to
Very
move on.
well.
I'm happy to move on to the next agenda item.
All right, there we go. I would be a yes.
It isn't gonna hurt to wait till our next meeting, we can kind of settle down, take a look at this, and, there may be some other issues that pop up, you just never know. So, take a deep breath, and let's talk about it again next time. Or can put that kind of as a, there's the line in the sand, that's when we go. Is it gonna hurt anything? I'm asking you, is it gonna hurt anything if we delay this till next week, so you can go in front of these commissioner guys?
Well, I went in front of them yesterday.
Pardon?
I was in front of them yesterday.
And
They support us with the meeting room change.
We thought it was moved to the next line. Is that correct?
Well, we have to decide what we're going to do with this first.
Well. You guys want to move it to the next meeting, if that maybe you want to do, yeah. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll move it to the next meeting.
how long has this issue with this rule been a real, thorn in their side for a while? And it's something they just, hey, I want to get this over with now kind of thing, or are they willing to kind of give us a little leeway here and kind of make sure we navigate this way? What do you think?
They've been talking to us about this for quite some time. Back in the fall.
So they're looking for an answer pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, we've been discussing this for quite a while.
Is backing it off till another a month gonna hurt? Get those guys ticked off at this?
Was there a particular meeting with the Board of Commissioners that this was on their agenda? I don't personally recall this being a topic of any Board of Commissioner meeting.
No, it was just discussed amongst the staff,
Oh,
with the
yeah,
commissioners.
staff,
Yes,
not the commissioners.
not public meeting, no. No,
What's in the work session?
no,
Oh,
just they would come by. They'd drop in. Let us know what they saw over the weekend that they did not like.
Was that all three commissioners or just Commissioner Herman?
It was Commissioner Hermrick.
Okay, so not all three of them.
Hermrick.
Right, Kim, this policy, in your estimation, does this solve your problems?
Yes.
All of it? No two ways about it?
So that's what I'm hearing, it would solve their problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, I'm going with her, yes. If you're comfortable with it, you guys are the ones who can bite the bullet if this is
I am-
required.
Yes.
And if you're happy with it, then I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I need a motion to approve.
Approve it. I mean, make a motion.
Okay.
Approved right now. It's a debt. I make a motion that we accept this.
All right. Who's that?
I'm gonna stick with supporting and advocating for the community, yeah, Tri-City Safe Space.
Okay, can I second? No.
I don't know, actually. 3 makes a quorum, so I would think you can.
Wait, we can't get a board majority to approve. With you two. I guess I can agree that we can take a vote on it if you guys really wanna vote.
You have a second, then I'll pre-vote. Just, yeah, whoever.
Just agree.
Well, after a motion and a second, then a public body votes.
Right.
Because someone can actually motion and then vote against the motion.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow a vote, and then I'll say a no vote.
You allow it, well,
Yeah.
that's kind of weird. All right, you make your motion.
Yep.
I'm just seconding it if it's legal.
Oh, I thought it was second. Sorry.
Oh, you're second.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna motion against it. I'm
No,
confused.
voting against
Just
it.
because someone seconds doesn't mean they actually vote in favor of the motion.
Oh, gotcha, okay, yeah, okay, all right, gotcha, okay, and now we vote? We need to vote, everybody in favor? Aye,
Aye.
aye. Okay, motion's carried.
You guys aren't asking for no votes?
I don't know.
Okay, do we have any no votes? Okay.
Just a clarifying question, how does the motion carry? It's a 5-member board,
Yeah, but 3 is a quorum.
there is a quorum.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we'd have to.
You'd
get
have to have a
that
majority of the 5-member board, it'd take 3 people to make approval of that.
We only have a 4-member board right now.
Well, you have a vacancy, so.
Yes.
So but does the bylaws indicate that vacancy is not considered?
No, it just says 3 makes a quorum.
Would we just let the record be that it's 2-1 vote and go forward? Can I motion for that?
Already made a motion, and you seconded it.
My motion is to move
Still
forward.
backing out of it.
We should be done with the conversation.
so like we're done. Okay. Let's talk about the street policy.
You want to talk about that stuff?
So Madam Chair, do you guys consider this, I'm just trying to get clarification, do you consider that your motion is passed or it's dead?
I thought I said motion carried.
Okay.
I thought I said that.
I just-
You did.
Yep,
You did.
I'm just trying to clarify.
No, that's fine.
Okay. So the Crook County Library Exhibit Policy. The last policy, left some holes that we felt needed to be filled. So the exhibits are the foyer display policy the display case that you see out here. And then we also have hanging displays throughout the interior of the library for artworks. We were just wanting to kind of fluff this out a little bit and make it more functional of a process. Prior to now, we haven't had anybody who was consistently operating the displays. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the
Wait.
new policy. So community members will be able to ask to use the displays, the hanging display for arts. And then the foyer display for any other cultural, artistic, or nonprofit type advertisement.
Basically, what we changed was not allowing the same group to be in there for consecutive months and monopolizing it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, there,
Guys happy with it?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, just,
What kind of problems do you run with it, this display case, if any? Anything?
People monopolizing it, booking it for consecutive months.
or for years in advance, like we want it every September for till the end of time.
Yeah.
So we,
You watching who gets it?
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm. Yep, so this will prevent people from being able to book it too many times and make it more equitable for other groups and people to come in and display their things.
So they can only book it within that same calendar year,
Yeah,
one time.
one time. Yep. And just also we have they have to have an application in order to put something up so that we can approve the artwork so that it is within our guidelines. And they have to complete that application and give us examples of their artwork or their display before it goes in so that we can ensure that is within the guidelines.
Do you have any people or organizations coming in that would have a legitimate use to, a claim to use it more than 2 or 3 times a year, have a month at a shop?
We do have some groups right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like who? What?
We have Holiday Partnership, Crook County on the Move, Crook County Foundation. They all kind of work together. And then the same people sit on the same boards. So they were kind of taking several months. So in order to allow the other community members to do that, we just kind of want to make it clear that you can't have it the whole year or 3 or 4 months in a row.
As long as they space them out, and you can go like once in January, once in March, September.
Yeah, as long as one's the Crook County Foundation, one is Holiday Partnership, one is Crook County on the Move. There was that loophole that we weren't expecting. But
Favor, it's working, seems to be working pretty good. I'm all for it, then.
yeah.
Yeah, I have no concerns with this policy. I motion to approve.
Okay.
Oh, sure, one.
Gonna call for a vote. And, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved.
Oh, motion's approved. I didn't know that.
It's okay. Been a long night. And then our next meeting,
Our next meeting will here March 12th. Beginning at 5:15. We got that one. Okay. I can't see that. Is there anything else before we adjourn? No, seriously, kind of absurd.
Oh, yeah.
See.
No, I can't see the like either without my.
Yeah. Oh.
I just have this on.
I'm trying to see close. Okay, our meeting is adjourned at 6:19. Thank you.
thank you.